Louisiana is the only state that requires individual claims reach $50,000 before allowing a jury trial. Do you support or oppose legislation to eliminate or reduce the jury trial threshold?
I think we should get rid of the jury trial threshold completely. They have the highest threshold in the nation by far. I support going to zero, which is what the great majority of states, the rule is in their states. 36 states have no jury trial threshold. Only 14 states have any threshold. Louisiana has the highest by far. The next highest after us is Maryland at 15. 8 of those 14 states have a limit of $1,500 or less, so virtually no limitation. This is a key reform that's necessary to really break the stranglehold of abusive lawsuits in many of our courts. A lot of arguments were made previously about the need to have courts operate more efficiently. I think there have been several studies more recently across multiple states that disprove those arguments. I do think we can handle it, particularly since we have the 7th highest number of judges per capita in the country. And for every judge in the state, we only have 1 jury trial per year. So I think we can handle that. And actually, what you'll see is far fewer undue lawsuits being filed and litigated versus clogging up the courts, because the high jury trial threshold and the ability for lawyers in many cases to get undue settlements actually floods the courts with lawsuits that would be thinned out if we made that reform. We need other reforms to prevent venue shopping and judge shopping. That's a very common practice that leads to all sorts of abuse in Louisiana. We need to prevent lawyers from bundling huge amounts of campaign money to judicial candidates and thereby gaining enormous undue influence. We are ranked 47th, near last, in terms of having meaningful venue requirements. What does that mean? It means lawyers can shop for favorable judges. That's what it means. They can go much more easily to judges they helped elect, that they bundle huge amounts of money for and help elect. That's undue influence, and that leads to a very uneven playing field and a lot of abuse in the court system. So I will help not only support that sort of reform, I will introduce it and help lead that effort.